Ayo, who made this? Ammo 7 did it again.
Welcome to another episode of Big Ego Media Podcast. Another special guest goes by the name of Ramz. How you today, my bro?
I'm good, man, bro. How are you doing?
You're not too bad. I was panicking because last night you told me I'm coming here on Thursday and I see pictures in Dubai. I'm like, bro, what's going on?
Yeah,
man. Good
no, I'm here, man. I'm here.
How was the trip?
Good.
Yeah?
Very good still.
You're looking healthy. You're
Thank
smiling.
you, man. Yeah, man.
That's
Can't
good,
complain, man. I'm good, man.
I mean, let's go from the very get-go as we always do with these interviews. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? What's your family background?
So I was originally from Mitcham, London, you know. Yeah, that's where I've lived all my life, to be fair. Background Jamaican and that. Yeah, got a big family still.
Yeah. How was the family upbringing? Both parents up in the house?
Just my mum, you know. Yeah. Just my mum, my gran, and then my mum's sister, who passed like not too long ago. So it was just, come on, mum. It was just us lot, then my little sister as well. Then I got to find out that I had like more brothers and that, and sisters and that. That was like when I was about 19.
Only recently?
Yeah, only recently. So about 5 years. I've kind of known them before.
With your father, it was estranged. It wasn't. You knew him, or how was it?
Do you know? Like I knew him. I knew of him, but I didn't have like a relationship with him. So I never really had contact and that. Never really saw him like on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean?
That affected you anyhow in terms of your own upbringing as a man?
Yeah, 100% still. You know, like when you have a man there that you can go to and say, "Bro, like I need help with this," you know, especially someone that's had experience in life already before you. They're able to kind of, you know, shape you and direct you in the right place. So I guess that was just my mum doing that, to be fair. So I kind of had to just learn for myself, you know.
And how was you kind of academically in school?
It was good. I was very good still. I didn't, actually, I'm telling a lie. Towards year 11, that's when I kind of drifted away from school. But I went back to it, sixth form times, uni, tried to focus more and, you know, actually figure out what I wanted to do. Do you know what I mean?
So was that a thing when you was young, you actually wanted to do something? Because you're a decent footballer.
Yeah, you know my thing.
Was football like the dream and ambition as any other in the UK?
Yeah, and do you know, I wanted to be a drummer, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to be a producer, which is actually mad. So that's what I was doing first. I was doing a lot of drumming and that. Doing like Royal Albert Hall and all sorts. And carnivals. And then I guess when you know get to a certain age, it's just like, all right, I'm not really doing that no more. Sixth form took over a lot of time. So you start putting like, you know, your, what's the word? Your hobbies to the side. Do you feel what I'm saying? And then they become like just in the background until you have time to pick them up again.
Everyone always kind of says, I could have made it in ball. Was that something you just, I was good there was no trials or nothing like that. It wasn't, I had a trial for Chelsea, I had a trial.
I was never that kid still. I never had a trial, so I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I had trials for this team and that team. I had like players that was around me that are professionals and some that are playing at like in good leagues right now. But I was never really one of those kids, to be fair.
You're not trying to kick ball now? Because we need a striker in, I can't lie. Listen, I understand Osh told me to come training as a midfielder. We need a striker. Like, we're missing that number 9 target.
Osh is good, to be fair. I'll be real, he can hold it down. 100%. In the midfield, he can hold it down. Do you know what, I was thinking about it on the way here. Like, I feel like I love football so much, but I just want to just focus on music.
I hear that.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want there to be a Thursday where I have to get up to go football, then a Saturday. Like, I just want to focus on music.
I mean, let's talk about music quickly then. So, what was your early kind of reference? Who was you kind of listening to back when? Let's say you're like 12, 13. Who you listening to?
That's a tough question, you know. Only because in the household there was a lot of artists that was getting run. I don't even remember the names, but it was a lot of old school R&B. So yeah, I had influence from a lot of artists. Like that's where I kind of learnt my rhythm from, my different sounds. So I can't put any names out there.
What
but
about UK wise? Was it like at that time? Is that we had different eras? Right? We had the garage era. funky house era, we had a road rap era. Was it?
I used to listen to Stormzy a lot. Do you know? I used to listen to grime a lot. That's the actual truth. I used to listen to grime coming into the scene. I used to watch a lot of like, you know how they would do like the freestyles on like BBC or something called what was the other one called?
When the jammer does when they
Oh no.
Lord of the Mic.
Yeah. I used to watch that a lot, and I think that because that's the era I came in. I think that's why I was watching that a lot.
Was you writing lyrics yourself? Was you a grime artist at the time?
Nah, not really. Not really. Still, I was rapping a lot back then, in like 2018 and that. But I don't think I was like jumping on grime beats. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that was for me. But I loved watching it and, you know, listening to it as well.
I mean, coming away from music quickly, you said that you went to university.
Yeah.
Growing up in South London, we know how it is. Young people get caught up in certain situations, and then before you know it, it's all good.
Yeah, no, for real.
How did you manage to kind of stay away from that while also kind of get education? What was the main influence? Was your mum pivotal to that?
Do you know what? Yeah, I think like the school I went to, it wasn't the best school in the world still. Like, it was a good school. Everyone that went to the school, they done what they needed to do. They come out, they went to uni or sixth form. But I feel like when I got to sixth form, I met a lot of new people that I made like a good friendship group. Had a very strong friendship group, and I feel like from there we all had a good impact on each other. And we're still in contact today. And when I got to university, we stayed in contact as well. So I think just me surrounding myself with the right people just allowed me to blossom very well.
Why do you think it's difficult for other young people to kind of follow suit? Because everyone kind of wants to follow the crowd in regards to them when I'm doing this. Like, what was it about, I guess, your friendship group that you all decided, no, that's not for us? Sometimes it does seem exciting, right?
No, for real. Do you know what I think? Yeah, like when you know it's not for you sometimes. Like, there's certain people that you can tell it's not for them, but they try. And I feel like you can't blame them, innit? Because certain people just want to, it's for clout, I guess, innit? Do you know what I mean? I guess it's just, that's all it can be for. Do you know what I mean?
And what were you studying at uni?
I was doing sports development.
Okay.
I didn't really go in, I'll be real.
Did you finish it?
No, I didn't, you know. I wish I finished it though. I wish I like moved to London and still went to uni. But I feel like because so much was going on around that time, there was just no way I could have.
Did you do uni out there?
Yeah, I was in Portsmouth.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was, once I'd released like Barking and stuff like that, it was just too difficult.
So you released Barking while you was at uni?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that was the reason why like my time was very hard to try and get back up there and study and get into lectures or seminars. And
is it something that's too late now?
I don't think I'll go back still. Yeah, I think it's too long now, man. It's too long now, man.
I mean, let's talk about music then. And again, when did you start making music yourself, and what was your influence at that period when you started making music?
Yeah.
Because this is the era when people are starting to sing a bit more, not everyone's rapping. So what was the influence behind that?
Do you know what? Yeah, we had like all the men like Mostack, Huss, 2-3, Hardy, One Ace, and all of that was doing the singing. There was ringing it off. It was all of them, man. And I felt like that's where I've come from, singing. That's like my background in the household. It's just been R&B, singing, soulful, and that's where I just kind of got the influence from. I thought like them times there as well. I don't feel like good music was being made. Yeah. Like there was only a selective of people that was making like very good music, or maybe I should say singing as well. So I feel like for me that was the reason why I was like, cool, like this is my time now to come in and just like kind of stamp my foot and make a name for myself, you know.
Was Barking the first song you had written, or?
No, I'd written songs before. I'd written like 3 songs before, and released them on GRM.
Okay.
And then Barking was like the 4th song. So I never really got to like let people learn who I was and where I'd come from and my kind of journey.
So what do you think it was then? because I mean this is a big education for a lot of people out there, right? Because like you said, you released 3 songs before that song, because people are kind of expect that. Let me release a song and that's a smash. And it might be demoralized. Oh, I paid for studio, I paid for. Like,
for real.
After you release the first 3 songs, what made you think, no, I'm gonna continue? Because sometimes you can get disheartened.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I think like when I first released my first track, I had a lot of support, not from just people in uni, but my friends in the ends as well. It done quite well. I think it touched like 10K, and I was like, yeah, man's gas still. I was like, yeah, man's gonna keep going. And I think like with me, I just had a mindset where I was like, I'm not gonna just stop. Like once I do this, like I have to just keep going and going and going. So I think that was the reason why it was like, cool, next track. The money was difficult as well. I think for any artist like that's trying to start music, like having money is very important, 100%. Especially to do a video, and then you need it to be edited, then you need to post it as well. I think one of the reasons as well on GRM, there was like, yeah, you can just upload it for free. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm not stopping then.
I've always been trying to find out how GRM is, how it works, right? Because so many people tell me, Bobby, become a manager. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Then I thought, okay, cool, let me do this. Then I think, okay, who do you contact at GRM? And do you have to pay for it, or is it free? How does it work? Yeah,
to be fair, I don't know how it works now, but I know back then, like, they had like A&Rs. Okay. So you had like certain people that would work on like uploading the videos. Okay. And I have to shout out Sack, man. He was the guy for me still. Okay. He was a part of the reason why, you know, that I was going to him and he was just uploading them for me.
And he's from GRM?
Yeah. He still works with them now to this day, so he's a good guy, man.
So when you released Barking, did you know straight away this is the one? Or is like, cool, I'm gonna see how this one does?
Do you know what, me and Amanda was performing it everywhere, bro. Okay. I'll be real, like, when everyone asked the question, I was putting in work for the song still. Like, I was going to underground shows and just performing the song. Like, everywhere, anywhere, whether there was 5 people, 10 people, I was just performing the song everywhere and getting good feedback. And then before we released it, I remember I was in the kitchen with my manager. Like, that's my best friend, to be fair. And we was like, we just want 50K views, bro. Like, I just remember saying 50K views and I'll be fine. Like, that was it. Just because of the reaction we was getting from the track. And when it touched 50K in like, I think maybe like 2 days, I was just like, I don't even know what's gonna happen now. Like, so it was kind of, I just left it to do what it needed to do. I think that's what I do with any track I release. I just think if it's good, it will actually just work. Like, just gotta let it do its magic, you know?
And when you're seeing the magic happen, you say 50K in 2 days, you think, oh, you should get 100K when it's 100K, and then what are you thinking? I think, I looked up today, I think it's 73 or 74 million.
Yeah, I mean, when I never take numbers for granted, you know, whether they're 200K, a million. So when I was looking at it then, I was thinking, bro, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know where man's gonna go. I don't know where I'm gonna end up, if it's gonna stop. And I felt like I just went with it. I just tried to go with it as much as possible because your track can leave you. Your track can leave you and then it's hard to try and catch up with it. But I think that's the disappointing thing, that people just know me for that track when I've got like a few other tracks out there as well. But I think because the track was so big, it was hard to keep up with. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. I can be honest and say, yeah, the track is definitely bigger than me. And that's not a bad thing because it takes me to some places where I'm able to still go back to. But I feel like it's a track where I will definitely get another one of those tracks. I just don't know what track it is because I never knew before. If I knew before, then I would have done the same thing. But because I don't know, it's one of those things where it could happen tomorrow, it could happen next year. And that's why I just enjoy the music, man, and just keep releasing and just pray.
And at that time, was you guys kind of business savvy at the time? Because a lot of people say, oh, I done this track and then I didn't make as much as I could. You must have eaten from that.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? I can't complain.
Did someone sign that track?
Yeah, I was with Universal, Polydor. So I'm actually independent now. So I feel like I can't badmouth the label, man. They treated me well still. Like, they looked after me. We had a good relationship. We still have a relationship now, to be fair. Like, even with my A&R and that. I feel like one thing, because I was young, right? I think I was like 19, 18 or something. They tried to, with that song, yeah, I feel like some people look at it as a pop song. Some people look at it as a rap song. But for them, I feel like once you see a song like that doing numbers, you just want an artist to just keep going and going. I feel like that wasn't me, and I kind of lost myself a little bit and didn't really know, all right, what kind of genre is that then? Yeah. I feel like that's why I had like a long break in terms of trying to figure out, like, cool, this is me, just keep making this type of music, you know?
Because you come up with Family Tree after, and that
yeah.
And I think those days, I think that was a golden age of UK music.
Yeah,
everyone
for real.
was getting 20 million, 30 million views.
Yeah.
And everyone's views, of course, have changed, the climate changes. But when those things are happening and you release another track, it's getting the same kind of reception.
Yeah.
Are you thinking, Mama made it now? This is
my career path now. Do you know what? Yeah, you're looking at it and you're thinking, don't stop. Like, just don't stop. And it's hard because of like everybody looking, people are coming in saying, yeah, want you to do a show. So we was just going everywhere, man. We was going everywhere you can think of. And I feel like, because we were so young and just living in the moment as well, there were some things that I kind of regret. Like, I regret not having someone come around so we could record along the journey as well. Like, if I had done that, I would have had more tracks out there. I would have been, because I forgot some stuff, I'll be real. I've done so much, like, I don't even remember half the things. So it's like, that's some good advice for anybody that has a song that is going. Just try and make sure you're recording along the way.
And at that time as well, I guess, like, when you're someone that's not kind of street orientated.
Yeah.
Did you feel the pressures? Because one thing I hate, bullies. You start I'm gonna make money. People wanna put Did you ever feel that pressure coming from people in your own ends or different ends than that? Did you have to feel more cautious?
Do you know what? Yeah, because I've never been like attached to anything. I don't want to say bad where I'm from. I want to say, like, I've not been a person in the area I've been involved in this or that. I've been the one where if you see me, I'll just hail you up and say, how you doing, man? And just keep it moving and just try and pay as much as respect to everyone. Like, whether that's my area or not, any area, to be fair. Like, so I feel like when everything is going on, it has a lot to play in music. I had a lot of support from the area as well. I just try and do as much as I can for the area and make sure that everyone knows that it's love all the time.
And of course, the track took you to, was it a Capital? Is it Capital? No, Capital, it's just Capital, the ball thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, not many urban black artists really get invited. So when you get invited there, when you got the call up, how did you feel initially in the first place?
Do you know, we was gassed, man. We was like, 90,000 is crazy, bro. Like, man dreamed of playing football there. Everyone dreams of playing football in Wembley, man. Like, so when man's getting a go, I'm thinking, raw, what, Wembley? Like, we're getting to Wembley, like, we're going there now. We're backstage, I'm seeing loads of artists that I've been thinking, bro, my gran knows you. So I know this is good. Like, this is amazing. Like, the room that we have, all the drinks, the food, I'm just sitting there thinking, I could get used to this, you know? Like, I'm thinking, this is where I need to be all the time. Like, this is just level 1. Level 10 needs to be me waking up on a private jet. You know what I mean? So this is where my head's at, my mindset is there, 24/7. So being at Wembley, it was good, man. I know it didn't go the way I wanted it to go, but I feel like that was meant to happen.
I mean, when you done the rehearsals before everything went on, the rehearsals planned. So what actually went wrong at the time?
Do you know what? Like, it was the inners, and this is what I'm saying, because we were so young and we wasn't surrounded by people that had been in the game, right? It was very difficult for me to be aware of how artists are meant to be looked after. I'm here with my 2 friends who are my managers, and I've said, if we're gonna come in this together, we're gonna learn it properly. If mistakes happen, we're gonna learn from them, and it's gonna be fine. So when we went and that, I would just say to myself, you know what, you man, like, even though it's gone wrong, like, man's still happy, bro. Like, we performed in Wembley. Like, when I was on the stage and that, and I was playing with my inners, I couldn't really hear properly.
Did you realise at the time when you're performing that things are wrong, or you none the wiser, you're just having fun?
I'm having fun, I'll be real with you. When I was at the back, like, you know how the stage, it was like, the runway was there and I was at the back, I've come out and that, it was all fine at the back. But obviously I didn't know that if you walk out to the front, yeah, that it's gonna be a little delayed, especially if you don't have real inners. So, but for me, bro, I'm thinking, fam, I'm meant to be here. This is my home. So I'm going all the way out to the end thinking, yeah, guys, I'm here. And I'm here to stay, you feel me? That's what I feel like. If you're meant to be there, you're gonna go out there and walk down the end and say, yeah, everyone, look at me, do you know what I mean?
Did you do that? Because I always imagine this, right? If
Yeah.
I was ever an artist, yeah, like, sing someone, put it to the crowd and make them sing.
Yeah,
this one,
yeah.
Like, yeah, and then they're singing my song.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing everything I can, but I'll be real. Being in that stage, I was thinking, man, this is big. Like, I didn't even want to look around like that. Sometimes, I'll be real, sometimes I'll watch it back and say, I'm going back there. I'll have my own show there and know I'll get it right this time.
No, 100%, man. So I mean, after you come off stage now, and you see the backlash.
Yeah.
Did you think, how did it affect you?
I'll be real, yeah. I've come off the stage, yeah. You see, when you're inside, everything feels fine unless you're watching it on the TV. Yeah. So when I've come off the stage, me and my friends are gas, I'll be real. I'll come and say, man, we done it. I was like, yes. I was gassed. One of my friends has just come back from Ghana. Yeah. He's back for the first time. This was at the first place he had been and seen me perform. He was like, bro, that was so good. And then I think like within like 30 seconds, we've gone to like our room. Everyone's just calling us saying, yeah, you man, it's a shambles. And I've looked and I just said, oh my gosh, we're done. I just said, we're done. I just said, we're finished. Because everyone wanted there to be a mistake from me. Yeah. And I was like, if there was any mistake, it would be that. And it's kind of hard to bounce back from. I'm still trying to bounce back from it now.
I'm going to say, do you think that affected you in terms of your career at that point?
Yes, 100%.
Why so?
I feel like...
Because we had, not to cut you, because
no,
we had
no problem.
situations where like, someone like Janet Jackson's had a malfunction. Obviously, Janet Jackson. But people had incidents on stage and still. What did you think that done for you?
Okay. The good thing that it done for me, I know how to handle anything that goes wrong on stage right now. Like, anything happens within seconds, I know. I'm always like 10 steps ahead. Yeah. I feel like the bad thing in terms of my career, people don't think I can sing live. Okay. I feel like people don't feel like I'm a good artist. And I'll be real, like, not a lot of artists work with me. Like, not a lot of artists actually want to work with me. I'm not too sure why. I don't have the answers.
Because I get it. I send someone DM, they're like, oh yeah. Is that something that's kind of happened that you say, yo, we're going to chat? And is it like, not right now, or it just totally...
Yeah, man, some people just don't have the right energy. And I just feel like each to their own, you know. I'm not going to force anybody to. I mean, like, if you was to message me and you had a song like barking, bro, I'll be working with you, bro. I'll be real. Whether we're friends or not, it's business at the end of the day. Like, if we can both win, we can both win. But I just feel like I'm kind of fine. I've dealt with that now and just overcome it. And it's not a problem right now. If you want to work with me, you want to work with me. If you don't, then I don't mind, man.
I guess this all kind of coincides, I guess, then with the moment you had, because you went through kind of severe depression. And everyone kind of rode for you on Instagram and that. I mean, we talk about this a lot, because we're doing a campaign with some of our young people recently. That men do not like to speak, and it's like a stigma if you speak, and if you speak, oh, you being the wet for, man?
No, for real.
And you don't know what people are doing with behind closed doors. I mean, how was that time for you and your family cope?
Do you know, for me, I feel like that was the most difficult point in man's life, because you're just thinking, who do you even talk to, bro? Like, you don't know who to talk to. It just becomes a thing of like, I just have to just keep it to myself. Or if I speak to my friends, I don't know how they're gonna feel. I don't know what their response is gonna be. And then it would have been good to have my father there, because I feel like that would have been the moment where I'd have been able to speak to him and say, do you know what, Dad, what do I do here? But because he's not there, speaking to my mum's like, I love my mum to pieces, but not to say that I don't have that relationship with her, because I do, but it's not the same. Like, I don't know how she's gonna respond to me. So it's a thing where you just deal with it yourself, but then it gets to a point where it's like, you can't deal with it by yourself no more.
I mean, just like you said something that's very important right there, like even, I guess, with the success of Barking, did your dad ever kind of reach out, maybe say congratulations? Was there any conversation at all?
Not really, you know. Not really. Like, do you know what's mad? I actually just come back from Jamaica, innit? Because I spent like a month with him. Because...
Is that where he lives?
Yeah, I wanted to learn him. I wanted to know the reasons why I do some of the stuff. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot. This is like the longest I've ever spent with him in my life. Like, well, as I'm aware of anyway. So, for me, being there with him, not to say that I wasn't even calling him Dad that much often. I was more or less calling him his name. But I learned a lot, and I felt like that's made me realize like some of the stuff that I've gone through today, some of the things that I do, I'm just like him, and I haven't even been with him all my life. But I feel like when it comes to that mental side, and people have like difficult periods, like you said, we don't talk, and we need to talk, because there's even man them on the ends that are going through stuff, but because of the life they live, they have to seem tough, but they're probably more tough if they actually open up and say, you know what, my bro, I'm feeling like this, and we need to get together and stay strong. Like, it will make a very good impact, I'm telling you.
And that's very important, because especially the man them on the ends, they're going through running from the police, running from the ops, having to look over their shoulders, and this is mental health. Like,
it's mental health.
It's not a normal life.
Yeah, it's not.
We don't realize it's not a normal life. A normal life is I get up in the morning, I go to work, I'm with my family, looking over my shoulder because someone's trying to kill me. They don't speak about it, so it's crazy. I mean,
it's true.
Like, how long was you in that kind of state, and how long did it take you to kind of recover? But you can't really totally recover, but how did you kind of pull yourself out of it?
Do you know what? Yeah, I feel like I've had different ways of trying to cope. Like, I've had a dog, I don't feel like that's helped. I've had a cat, I don't feel like that's helped. Like, I've tried playing football, and I just feel like there's just so many things that don't work. Going away helps, but even then, like, when you have that little moment of thinking, oh man, this is just back to how it was, you just start drifting away again, slowly and slowly. So I just feel like I just try and be as happy as possible and just enjoy my life, because the minute I get to think, it's just not good.
I mean, for me personally, one of the things that brings me joy every single day is being a father. The youngest, she leaves her room at whatever time it is, 5 o'clock in the morning, jumps into her bed and cuddles up. That's the best feeling. I know you're a father now. Man. Yeah, man. How has that changed you as a man?
That's made me realize, like, I've had a lot of conversations with the mother about how much time I have to spend with him and how much time do I need to put in to music. And I feel like for me, it's like, I don't know whether, because I've only been a father for a year now, I don't know whether I'm doing it right, but I feel like I have to keep going with music. I can't stop, because if I don't, then how is he going to, you know, grow up and say, all right, cool, my dad's created this for me, and now I can just use it and do what I need to do now. And I feel like it's difficult, innit? I'm not a person that can spend a lot of time, like, I need my space, but I try and do as much as I can for him. But it's made me, like, realize more that I don't need flashy stuff. I don't need, like, a lot of these garms that people will buy and stuff.
I mean, I'm gonna say something to you as someone that's a bit older, right? And like I said, you can take my advice. You can take my advice, right? But someone's a father, right? I spent 8 years of my life in prison. So I missed out my eldest daughter's life, right? Because I was busy chasing the bag,
Yeah.
The money. She didn't care for nothing. She just wanted my time.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get confused because I kind of just said that you want to concentrate on music. I get that. I hear that. But your child being the age she is, she's gonna make. Is it he? Or he's gonna make his own choices in life. You can do the best you can for him, right? The memories that they're gonna have is the memories that they had with you. One of the things I do right now, I'm actually sort of videoing my child every single day. Like, and speaking as a record, so when you all said, look at, so you can
that's mad.
We actually spent this time together, so trying to document like a whole life from now. So I would say, have a balance. Yes, go out and make money and make your music, but have dedicated time that you know, this is the time I'm going to spend with my child. It makes it a bit more difficult now when you're not with the mother as well. It makes it a bit difficult, there's all those sort of dramas that goes on, but just my advice is that have that balance because they don't really remember the money and stuff. They remember the time spent.
The time,
And I get that with my eldest daughter now because like, she don't live with me, but it's like where I know it's more about the time. So have that kind of balance if you can, because in the future, that's what they remember. The experiences. Oh, I went on holiday with dad. We went to Disneyland. We've done these sort of things. So that's just my 2 pence.
No, that's some good advice, man.
But what I'll say as well, like in terms of like music now as well, you've jumped back on your. I've seen you releasing. And I had AM here the other day, and he's gonna be pissed with me because AM. You're gonna probably see this later. We have to redo your interview because the file corrupted and it's mad into the interview. But he talked about how sometimes it can kind of knock his confidence, but he's like, you know what, I know who I am, so I want to continue going. So sometimes when you come and you got like these big tracks, you have a track that does a couple million, then you have another track when you got 50, and you have another track with 100,000. How does that affect you? Because I get that sometimes, but I just like there'll be an interview done. This interview done well. This interview didn't do that well, but it's like you just keep going. So how is that for you?
I feel like I know where I started. I never started on 20 million. I never dropped my first track and started on 20 million. So for me, it's like whether there's 100K or a million or 50 million, I just think the best way to just go about it is just feel like your own channel is the best place to go.
100.
Because you get to see, all right, cool, these people are actually coming to check for me. These people are searching up the song, searching my name and saying, rah, I mess with you still. I like your music. I'm really rocking with you. I wanna, you know, listen to your music. Put it on Spotify, put it on Apple Music, whatever platform it is, and just keep rocking with you. So I feel like whatever, it's hard, innit? Because some people might release a song and they might just get 1 million in 2 days. And then some people might release a song, then they might get 1 million in a week. And the way the scene is built, if you don't get 1 million in a week, your song's not good. There's songs that are on like 100K that are amazing.
100%.
And there's songs that are on 1 million that are trash. That's the truth. But the way it's built is how it is.
And how do you,
literally.
Do you ever, I guess the negative of human nature is we will kind of have that comparison. How do you deal with, I watched Nobody Hero podcast the other day, they were talking about different people's podcasts, and I haven't got 30K in a couple of days for that interview. Pussy or in a joking way. You ever kind of get that in the banner? My man got that.
No, sometimes I sit down and think, man, I'm better than this guy. But do you know what? I just think everyone has their own moment. Like there was a period where I was taking charge. Every time I was listening to someone's song, it was just a remake of Barking. But like that's the UK scene. Like everything right now is just either Central C or whoever's coming up next. And you can't blame anybody for that. Like that's just what the UK are. Like that's who we are. We see someone doing something and we just think, let's just all do it then. But it's who can do it the best. That's literally what it is.
So in regards to kind of your own sound, what would you identify as your sound? Because you've experimented, you've done different things. You've done rapping, you've done drill. And I must say, when you jumped on drill, you went in. You went in. So like, what would you say is your kind of safe? Do you have a safety that you're like, this is my sound, or you overall? Do
you know what? I was on the plane coming back yesterday. It's mad that you asked this. I was on the plane, I was watching Respect with Jennifer Hudson. And I never got to finish it. But where it stopped was, I think it might have been Mary J. Blige, was asking her, what music do you want to make? And she was like, I just want hits. And I was like, right, that's what I used to say. And then she was like, no, you have to know like what you want to do. Stop trying to make people like, you know, make you think that you just need to provide hits because you don't know what a hit is. Yeah. Just do what you need to do. And then I was like, you know what I love doing is songs like Hold You Down. Like I love making love songs. I love singing and just being real. And that's most of the songs, that's just done what it's needed to do.
I'm gonna say, I mean, as you said, that's made me just think, right? Because I also got another platform on, and I don't post on it as much as I should, called R&B Box on Instagram, right? And for me, that's the sound I grew up on. Like R&B and like it's love making and it's everyone feels good and just like it makes life just feels good. It feels like I'm back in 95, 96, right? People are now starting to talk about R&B again, slowly. Do you see yourself fitting in that space where you're making kind of authentic R&B, like the old school bashes and that, and bringing that back top off and
bro, that's my sound. I promise you. And do you know what it is here? Like from when I started, I feel like I've always just been a little too ahead. Yeah. The drill music, if I probably released that now, probably people would love it. But then the music I've made, I prepared myself kind of for this R&B sound that's coming. That's what the album's about. It's just not me being heartbroken because of a girl, but more or less just like in life in general, like whether that's through having friendships with the man them we're just distant now, and yeah, that's where my sound is. I'm just gonna stick to it. Whether it's like you said 50k views or 100k or a million, I feel like as long as I just stick to it, put the music on my channel, people just can find it somewhere, they'll enjoy it.
Because you're right, you have your core fan base who still follow you, and what you said earlier was that someone, I can't remember who it was, and they talked about, they don't mind putting their stuff on Graham Daily, but on Graham Daily, or you can't really understand if people are there for you, because Graham Daily really got subscribers. Got 5 million people who follow them, so they just be there, just scrolling. If they go on your own channel, that's
you can see
looking for you kind of thing. So what's the album called and when is it due?
I'm not gonna give the name yet, but there's no time. There's not even, it's when it's just done. I feel like it's going to be so good that if it was like 2 years, it will still make the noise that it needs to make. But yeah, I'm working on it.
This year? Or?
Hopefully this year. Okay. Hopefully. I would love it to be this year, but if it's not, I'm not really gonna be like, oh man, because I just want it to just, you know, be perfect and everything just be in the shape that I need it to be in.
Is there anyone in particular we can look out for on the album?
See, this is the thing, man. Like artists,
But another thing, if these artists don't want you might try and reach out to a new artist because there might be a young person in your DM that you probably haven't seen. Okay, cool. Let's do so. So everything's for a season, right?
Yeah, for real.
But if you could have an ideal person that you think, you know what, who would be good on the track? Because what's missing, I think personally, right? I keep mentioning the 90s, right? You had someone that's 16, and then the hook comes in with the R&B person, and and that was those summer smashes. No one's doing that. So is there someone you think can drop an 8 bar or a 16 that's gonna amplify your thing?
I've got, do you know what? I've got a few in mind that I've been in the studio with recently. That's probably all it's gonna be. I'm not even gonna say those names as well. Only because like, I just, it's do you know what? It's difficult with the artist thing, man. It's difficult with the artist thing. I feel like when I get the next song that goes again, I feel like I just have to wait and see what the response is. I feel like that's what the UK is like, man. It's whoever's popping, and you want to track with them.
So, I mean, what's it for the rest of the year aside of music? Any other projects? Any sort of film, documentaries? What do you say for your fans, man?
I've been in a series. I'm not too sure when that's coming out. I think it's coming out this year. And just got like a few shows here and there, man. Yeah.
So is acting a thing that you're kind of fond of doing as well? Quite a few rappers have been coming here. Acting's the next sort of step they want to take. Yeah, I love a bit of the acting. When I first done it, I was like, I ain't gonna remember the lines. I was there thinking, no, don't make me forget the lines on camera. But
when I was on set and that, it was actually alright still. I had like a very big role as well.
Okay.
So it was actually good. I learned a lot from that. Especially going to like shoot a video, like a music video. It's so different to like shooting a movie or a series. Like it's kind of similar, but yeah, there's you need a lot of patience.
100%.
A lot of patience. I think that was what was difficult for me still. Having to go in every day.
Again, yeah, again, you've done it. No, this angle now.
Yeah, and I was doing a bit of running as well, so I was like, oh, this is tiring. I was out of breath, I'll be real. I was out of breath. I was knackered. But
now, bro, I said I'm all about auras, and you're someone that I will see from afar. And I met you. I took you to prison last time.
Yeah, that was lit, man.
We went to Toot? No.
Yeah.
You come film with me, don't it?
Yeah, I think so. And somewhere else.
Yeah, we done film in HMP ISIS.
Yeah.
You're someone that's come and supported my thing, come to a few of my charity matches as well.
Yeah, man.
All I can say, I wish you nothing but the best.
You too, man. All the time.
Big up, man.
Love, man.